there is like a loud sawing noise happening out in the alleyway. So we'll see what happens throughout the reading. But when I was shuffling these, two popped out. One on the upright, one turned over, and I know I'm supposed to touch these before we get into it. But it's interesting because we have prostitute and virgin and unknown, but prostitute and virgin. And if you watched the video yesterday that I posted, if you're experiencing a delay, if there's a delay in your life, this may be why. I talked about Sophia in that I am the whore and the holy one. This and that are true. So it feels like a different aspect of all of the readings that have been happening for a hot second. Since whenever the most recent, the first general reading after, that comes after, but if you're scrolling down, it'll be before. You'll see it, and then you'll see all the each sign readings. Those stopped at some point. And whenever the first one, general reading started, that is the beginning of these. Okay? It's the same story all the way through. Ooh, yeah, yes. This is the shaman's dream. Okay. Oh, there. I had them upside down, but these don't matter for that. All right, I'm not going to look at them yet. I'm not going to look at them yet. Okay. So we have the archetype cards, and we have prostitute. I'm going to show it to you. So money is a currency exchange, right? And a prostitute, not in this sense, is a person who uses their sexuality for currency exchange, as currency for exchange, right? Why does prostitute have such a negative connotation to it? Like prostitute yourself, because it implies that you're like selling yourself, selling out, selling yourself short. And I guess there might be aspects of that, but not for everyone. And so that doesn't equal prostitute. Do you know what I mean? So is this all about, it's about perception. Is it about self-perception, or is it about, it's about perception and how you're showing up? It's about perception, how that influences you, looking at all of that, how are you showing up? Okay, so the light attribute from prostitute, because it has a light and a shadow, right? Well, that's funny because that's so funny because one of the other decks I got out, but I was like, it just didn't feel right, is the light and the shadow. The one is all shadow and one is light. Okay, look at that. Okay. The light attribute accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. Yes. It's funny because I just recorded this little tiny video earlier. I had come in from a walk and it's kind of disjointed in what I was saying because it was the first time I was verbalizing it, but it goes along with this. It was about recognizing as an empathic person or as a clairsentient person. Clairsentience is you read energies. You're number one, like you're number one, or a major form of communication for you is energies, reading it, translating it, right? If you resonate with either one of those, when there's an outside external energy coming at you, and it's coming at you, it's some kind of attack, it's some kind of aggression, it's some kind of something, and it's coming, it's like it's disjointed. Where's it coming from, right? But it might be low level. I don't know what level it is, but It doesn't really matter what level it is, if it's present at all in an attacking way. And also at the same time, present is love. Like you can see the core of this person and that they're hurting, or that this is about love. Do you know what I mean? Even with that, even with this love, if this is there, you do not and should not, for your safety, energetically and otherwise, engage at all. And you don't even have to say anything. You could just immediately just look. You'll feel it off even if you're not sure what it is, but you know it's bad, and just keep moving. Now, their immediate response is going to show you exactly where they are. If they were in alignment but just slightly out, they will get themselves in alignment and approach you in a different way. If not, it's going to escalate. You feel me? So this is about becoming more deeply aware of all the little parts of you. And this one is about how to still maintain your integrity. Maybe you are coming into your own physicality and how that affects other people. And you are, for the first time in your life, really embodying your full self, which is making you even more radiant on the outside, which is attracting more negative in a different way than you've ever experienced, but you've never been this you before. So you're also able, I'm grounding my feet right now. That's what I'm doing with my feet. If there was earth underneath it, it would be called earthing. But like, I do readings with no sock shoes, with bare feet. That's how I prefer to do most like things where someone else's energy is involved. I'd like to be grounded. All right, why did I go there? You're able to do this. You're able to come at it from a more grounded place, but there's still a little bit more growth needed to be done on your side before you can fully hold the bigger abundance that's coming in. Because whatever this next phase of your life is, you're going to be put out externally more, and you're going to be attracting, or more, you're going to be the recipient. You might not be attracting it. You're going to be the recipient of all kinds of energies, and all of it's going to be amplified from what it is now, positive and negative. So you have to be able to hold the space and not get yourself lost or hurt or injured or diseased. Do you know what I mean? So it's all the same readings. Okay, Virgin is on the bottom. Let's put them next to each other. Okay, their backs are to each other, but this one feels like it's reaching. That's like a portal or an energy channel, conduit. The confidence, maybe trying to absorb, but not absorb. But absorb, I guess. Let's think of a different word. Receive. The confidence in a way that lines up with your nervous system, in an aligned way that leaves you feeling more like you, more deeply, authentically you. That is the people you want to be around. That is the energy you want to be around, the ones that bring that. Not the ones, so some people can get triggered by mirrors like that because they're judging themselves. So that would be something for a person to be aware of and keep track of and get a handle on. Oh, why was I going there? Hold on. Sometimes if it's a new frequency you're feeling, it can feel bad at first because it's disruptive. And I would say when it feels bad that there's some kind of lesson there, because that bad isn't really bad. So we're talking, there's a difference between being in denial to some degree about your reality and then a positive energy coming in and that feeling dissonant in yourself, and someone projecting negative energy onto you and that feeling bad. Do you know what I mean? Just wanted to be clear about that. Okay. Sorry. Well, I'm not going to say sorry. I was on some other readers. I don't even remember who it was, honestly. Somebody's comments. It was a long time ago. And there were women in the comments. It was a female reader commenting about how much they appreciated the reader not wearing revealing clothing to entice people in. And I was like, so many problems here. What the fuck? Hello, prejudice, bias, what the hell? View, misogynistic, whatever, condescending view. Second, do you know how many fucking messages you're missing possibly because you're judging what someone has on or what they look like on their ability to be a translator? And then also, okay, that's where it is, then you're not meant to be there. Like, that's actually what got me to change my description to "This is not tarot for the masses." That's where it came from, bitches. I wear this because I do these at home, and I have to be 100,000 billion% grounded and comfortable in what I have on. I cannot be distracted. Little bits of adjustment is okay because I need that. That's the give and take. That's how I stay balanced. You know what I mean? Because like if it's just, yeah, do you know what I'm saying? And this is it. You're seeing whatever I have on in the day. It is literally not for you at all. It's for me. Every time I dress, it's for me, unless I specifically dress for a partner or for a reason. And they would be very aware of that because I would tell them. Okay, so what's going on? Oh, I just did that. Okay, oh, that's okay. We still don't know what that other one is. How many minutes has it been? It feels like it's been 20 minutes. It's been 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Oh no, because I stopped it and started it. Guys, sorry. I'm never going to leave that in. If that's in, I left it in for a reason. If not, I don't even need to say anything else. Okay, wait, I am going to stop this. I need to realign. I just heard, keep this, don't cut it. Because me being my full self, putting it out there, is going to help somebody else not mask themselves. Someone else see an example of the same frequency they inhabit, and they'll be able to bring it in, heal what needs to be healed, and show up more as more of their authentic self, which is the whole point of why I do tarot publicly. Okay. I think we're going to keep that. We're going to go over here. Well, we never really talked about Virgin, right? Hold on, let me look at it again. Maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Shadow attribute, fear of intimate union. Symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Symbolic. Symbolic. Wait, I don't understand what they mean by that. Excuse me and my gastroparesis and my emo, intestinal methanogen overgrowth. Okay. Not visionary. Virgin. Celibate. The beginning point of creation, bringing forth virgin ideas. Okay, that fits in with how everything is going about you're the most you've ever been, but you're new at the same time. And you are at the very beginning. We talked about a seed a couple readings back too, right? I'm pretty sure we did. If anyone remembers which one that was, can you put the title in the comments below? No worries either way. Okay. Shadow Virgin manifests as prudish disgust with or fear of genuine sensuality. Okay. So I think this is that example I gave about like being more attractive, like you becoming more attractive. That may have been a point of immense contention for you throughout your life. You weren't comfortable with the attention, or you didn't see yourself as attractive for any variety of reasons, but now you know you are. and you probably, very likely, don't fit into a mold, because one of the reasons for resistance for you is not having validation out there. Do you know what I mean? And we all learn that way from a young age. You feel what I'm saying? Let's see what the turned down one is. I have no idea. I was going to say, do you want to guess? But I don't know. Slave. Woohoo! Oh, God. Okay. Jeez. Prostitute, slave, and virgin. What's under virgin? Healer. And liberator is under that. I do feel like a sexual, like a revolution, liberation is about to happen for you, some of you. For some of you, at least. No, for everybody, just in different ways. But it will be the beginning of something for all of you. It'll be the beginning of some aspect of your sexuality, and it will be how it manifests and how you engage in it and what you do with that energy. Do you know what I mean? Jesus Lord. Okay, hold on. I'll read this in a second, but I want to look at these guys together. And then we'll put this guy here, actually. Now it's different, right? Because this guy was underneath. So, no, that's right. No, then it would go that way. Yeah, could go that way. It would go that way, I guess. I put them before because it comes before, do you know what I mean? But it didn't come before this one, it came before this one, because it's the bottom. This was the second card out, you know what I mean? Oh, did you know this is all the things you have to go through as a tarot reader to figure stuff out? Okay. Look at it. It is. It's like this culling, but it's an alchemy. And it's totally different. It's like the ends, there's not a lot of color symmetry here. Do you know what I mean? It's very much like a synthesis of something. I don't know if that's the right word. Okay, the light attribute is surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Surrendering to the flow. Embodying the Fool energy, embodying the Temperance energy, embodying the Chariot energy, embodying Empress and Emperor energy, embodying the Wheel energy, embodying Judgment, embodying the World, possibly Death, possibly the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, all the tens. If you resonate with any of those cards, this is just a confirmation that this reading is for you, if you're wondering, okay? So if there's things in here that don't resonate, that aren't exactly, that part might not be for you, but it has to, like, overall, whatever resonates. Do you know what I mean? It's your responsibility as the viewer to analyze and discern where it fits and not put it into, you can put it wherever you want, but check and see if you're putting it in your fantasy. If, you know what I mean, you want to look at this information neutrally as a witness. You can fuck your shit up for yourself if you don't stay in alignment while you're listening to tarot readings. Especially if the reader is, like, really tuned into your frequency and all these other things are, like, and then, are really resonating because they're true. And so because of that, you take the other things that may or may not be true because you don't know, because they're not from you, as true when they might not be. Do you know what I mean? So just use discernment and apply, take what fits and put away the rest that doesn't. Giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. Are you a slave to tarot readings? A prostitute and slave. It's interesting because you can't celebrate the power of your spirit. Like, you can't maintain the power of your spirit. As it says, accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. You can't do that unless you surrender, unless you are a slave. But I wouldn't use slave. I don't know what I would use there. But you can't do that unless you surrender to the flow of the universe and stay grounded. Okay, we have the Shaman stream down here. We're going to start with this guy. Fortune's wheel, luck and right timing. So you're currently in some kind of stuckness and some kind of obstacle, but it's like a 5, right? It's kind of low level, but if you stay in it, it's just going to drag it out. But once you recognize it and get over it, you're going to go right to the wheel, to the 10. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? Let's see what the other ones are. Stranger Curiosity, 53. I've definitely felt a sexual undertone for this entire reading. Definitely. And I feel it again. Because it's a rebirth. It's a phoenix rebirthing for you and for all of you at some point, if not now, if you don't already have a partner, and your partner. You know what I mean? So for some, it's future partner. But you're both going through the same thing. This has come through every reading too. But this, well, okay. Netcaster preparations come to fruition. It's really like this. Yeah. Let's see what's on the bottom. Remember, I shuffled them around. Eyes of the eagle rising above the fray and closing door completion. I'm going to look at that one first. The eyes of the eagle. Protection, inherent trust, rising above the fray. So before I read it, what I'm wondering, what I'm feeling is that it's, my hair is stuck in there. It's referring to the prostitute and the slave. It's referring to surrendering to the flow and to be more becoming and embodying your highest self. But the physical form of that, like letting that come through right now in a physical way. So that can mean, that's going to both mean what you look like physically, and what you do to your physical body, and what you show up as, like where you're putting your energy. Okay, let's see. The eyes of the eagle offers you the gift of foresight, the skill of looking ahead. Totally off, I think. To see the unfolding of destiny before it all manifests as reality. The eagle's extraordinary vision allows it to spot the tiny mouse from its lofty perspective as it flies thousands of feet into the atmosphere. In a similar fashion, you too can train your keen eye to discern the workings of humans. Is this like earlier about like the engaging in conflicts when people come to you who definitely need your help emotionally but are coming at you negatively? Eye of the Eagle is an invitation to witness the good, bad, ugly and beautiful, yet react to nothing. Okay. Act only to further your noblest calling. The eagle flies above all creatures. When it meets obstacles, it simply rises above them. It does fit in. Okay, I was like, whoa, but it's still, whatever. Okay. Know that you are protected. You can fly high above the judgment, slings, and arrows, and the darts of envy from others who may not have your great wings and are still arguing with the pigeons over crumbs. They're focusing on it. They're not focusing on themselves. They're focusing externally so they don't have to focus on themselves. They're giving themselves reasons that validate why it's reasonable for their attention to be out. But if they really took a stop back, it wouldn't. If you're continuously feeling low, you got to look at what you're doing to contribute to it, because it's 90 seconds. It might be multiple 90 seconds, but there's 90 seconds and then there isn't. We talked about that too in yesterday's reading. And then there's a link in yesterday's reading, which was the, is there a delay in your life right now reading? Okay, to the 90-second video where the woman explains it. And it's a really good video. A lot of good info in there. Trust that you are ready for whatever fortune is placed before you. Fortune with the weave, literally. And that's what all these readings are about too, right? Well, these are all building you up to be ready to handle and hold everything you've ever wanted. Everything. It is going to look different in some ways, but you're still going to have everything you ever wanted. Okay, that was only for some of you. Your willingness to say yes to spirit has nothing to do with how well outfitted you are. Hesitating, on the other hand, your willingness to say yes to spirit has nothing to do with how well outfitted you are. Hesitating, on the other hand, will suck the air from under your wings and make you lose altitude. You are called, that's pretty important. Hesitating, not pausing. They're different, okay? Pause implies a certain level of awareness, a level of awareness and a boundary. And hesitating is more, it's hitting you emotionally and it's clouding a little what the truth is. Do you feel me? That's the difference, in my opinion. It could be way broader than that. All of these things I say are my opinion, okay? Yeah, that's it. Like I'm your big sis or little sis. Or BFF. Spiritual BFF. We're spiritual BFFs. Okay. You are called now to trust your heart and your instincts, to move fearlessly and not waver. The time is right and no harm can come your way if your motives are pure and you act courageously. I think we did talk about pure earlier too. So yay, hey. All right, definitely I want to look at Stranger Curiosity. I'm going to stop this for a minute and come back so I don't keep you guys waiting. Okay, the Stranger and the Netcaster are all about recognizing that you are the one stopping you right now, because there's moving forward involves a risk of some sort, and there's some part of you have to give faith in something other than yourself and take the physical, actual steps forward. And you are literally, it's already there. Like everything, your everything is right there. It's here. It's right here. It's right here. Yeah. Let me just see if there's, take the next step you've been planning for so long. Remember that the fish wait for no one, so time is of the essence. Heaven and earth are in perfect alignment for your victory. The stars are positioned for success. If you ask, do I really deserve this? How are you sabotaging? Let your meditate on it if you're not clear. If you ask, do I really deserve this? You will sabotage the magic and shatter the crystalline flawlessness of the now. you'll put a halt in a curve. You'll put so the energy is flowing toward, and you put this up so it like ricochets it. It's bouncing. Do you know what I mean? And that's sabotaging it because it's now not flowing through anymore. Okay, so here's the part of it. The netcaster can also arrive to bring you bad news, to tell you have been snared in someone's trap and must wriggle free. Right now it feels comfortable enough, even as the net begins to tighten around you. Do not wait until it is suffocating you before realizing you must escape and run for your life. It's still early enough to exit gracefully. Bide your time until all the conditions are right. Go to your place of stillness, of deep quiet, and watch for the signs that a new opportunity has arrived. Right now, you are patient because you feel that things will go your way. Learn to be patient with the people and situations that are more challenging. The trap that you're in, if it is still, is placing responsibility externally. And it's easy to do because something negative happened externally, right? But there's part of you, if you're watching this right now, there's still part of you that is displacing your own responsibility. Come here, Ray Ray. Okay. It can be someone else's false beliefs. Like, it can be what you've been conditioned to believe too. But it's all the same. Everything that you want, your truth is found just behind your fears. Whatever is pulling, whatever feels bad and it continues to feel bad, you need to look at it and see why it feels bad. And then not judge yourself, but see what parts of you related to that, held space for that, and then why. All with no judgment. You don't have to do it all at once. Take steps, you know what I mean? Do each step. Give yourself rest if you need water, whatever, you know what I mean? In between, take a walk. Your timeline is yours, just move forward on it. So this can happen. And this can happen. And this can happen in the positive way. Cast your net. I'm wondering if we need any more. I hear, hold on, I'm not sure what I'm hearing. I don't know about this. There is something, I just don't know what it is. And it's not the hermit. Wait. I think it's either. Okay. Children, your love life is being affected by children. That's going to be different for everybody. I'm going to pull a card on that because the bottom is trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So this could be about being more relaxed and looking at things more openly and neutrally, but like with joy and like excitement, you know, like like you did when you were first learning about stuff as a kid, how everything was wondrous, you know. It could be about nurturing your inner child and letting that out. It could be about your actual children or someone's actual children or not being able to have children or wanting to have children. It can literally be any of those things. But it is saying trust. The situation is calling for you to have faith. And then deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. Let's see what actions can you take? Ooh, sorry, Raven. My cat is under there. Hold on. I'm going to stop this while I think about the question. What course of action should you go on in order to fulfill the highest vibrational good outcome of the energy of the children? It's so difficult for me to put the questions and word them. I read energies. Words are difficult. They're foreign to me, kind of, you know. I could touch you. I could just give it to you. Okay. We're going to go with that. I'm using the Crow Tarot. The Chariot. It's Cancer energy. And I mentioned the Chariot earlier, right? About the energy. This pause is, I'm not sure. I should look at the bottom, but I'm not sure. I think I'm going to pull another one. The Four of Pentacles. And the Page of Wands. Okay. The Four of Pentacles. The Page of Wands is underneath it. Look at the top. The Lovers. Did I show them to you? You're excited about something and you do want to move forward. You're worried a little bit about your stability, your foundation. So just look at what's causing those worries, what's the origin point of those worries, and address them, because it will be something to do with the theme of children. Could be something from your childhood, you know what I mean? But there'll be some kind of connection there, and it's about a union, which we know, co-creation. This is all of these readings are getting you ready for the grandest co-creation of your life so far. The Chariot is moving, is taking those, is reconciling those oppositional thoughts, feelings, fears, beliefs, emotions, reconciling them. It is you, and then seeing your light attribute, your shadow attribute, the wolf that is light, the wolf that is shadow, coming together, all three of you, and then from the three of you, a fourth energy is created. And that's because you have accepted the light and the shadow, and you have integrated them, and you are working on it, and you've maintained it. And now you are literally in flow with the universe. The Chariot can only be commandeered by an emperor or an empress. That's you. You're whatever one. So when you are guided listen and take the steps. Okay? All right. Yay! Woohoo! I do not know how long this is, but I feel like it's very long. Thanks for staying to the end. I will see you next time. Okay, ciao, ciao. Bye.